Welcome to episode 7 of this podcast called Life. I'm Joanne, your hostess with the mostest, and today we are going to discuss family. Not always a great subject for some people. Some have families they love, some have families they like, some have families they really don't want to deal with anymore. So let's take the word in itself, family. What does that word mean to you? Well, to me, it's one you can count on in good times and bad, someone who rejoices in your happy times and there with a hug to listen during those sad times or the bad times. When you're a kid, family are your brothers and sisters, mom and dad, cousins, aunts and uncles, blood or by marriage relatives. But somewhere along the line, your friends or besties also enter the category group of family. Now, I use the phrase framily, that's F-R-A-M-I-L-Y, for friends who I consider family. Now, they say blood is thicker than water, but that doesn't always mean that our friendships should take a back seat to our family relationships as we grow up. Because the friendships as we age tend to turn more into a family-ish type of category, I guess, of the person and how they relate to us. There's even a new study that found that friendships can have a much greater impact on our overall health and happiness as we age than our families do, which pretty much suggests that it's worth the while to invest in those relationships which are with us for the long term. Now, I'm the youngest of 6, and although we were never what you might consider close or tight-knit family, yes, we love one another. Yes, we would be there for each other when and or if we needed each other, but we aren't what you'd call friends. I'm doing air quotes that you can't see, if that makes any sense to you. Although small, I do have a circle of friends and I consider family. Is it because of a shared experience? Is it because of because I see or speak to them regularly more than blood family? You know what? I'm not really sure. There are also those who at one time I considered family, I should say family or family, if you will, whereas we had a falling out or just seemed to grow apart. And I don't know. I think that tends to hurt a little bit more when you choose the person or choose the person to be close to you as family, and they tend to not put in the same level of effort that you do. You reach out during the times, the good times, the bad times, milestone events in your life and their life, but it doesn't always reach back to you. So at what point do you call it quits? Because you want to hold on to it. You want to, friends are oh, how do you want to put it? Friends are a treasure, I guess you want to put it that. I want to put it that way. And it kind of hurts more, as I said, when you choose the person and you've been friends for so long. But have you really been friends for so long, or have you been friendly? No different than a falling out with a sibling. That happens along the way too. It hurts, but at the same time, sometimes the behavior of one individual needs to be, how do I want to word this? I'm having trouble tonight. Needs to be removed or you need to distance yourself from those individuals. I don't believe it's wrong. I don't believe it's right. I think you have to do what's best for you. And it kind of takes two to tango. And if one's negative or toxic, then you have every right to remove that from your life if you've done your part in the relationship. I think the relationships that we tend to have in our lives help to form who we are as a person, who we surround ourselves with tends to speak volumes about us and to us. Our friends, I guess they stand for or represent who we wish to become, who we identify with, and who we care about. So friendships as you get older are crazy important to, it sounds kind of weird, but your health and happiness. And that's even according to new research in the journal Personal Relationships. The friendships are crucial, in fact, that having supportive friendships in an old age was found to be a stronger predictor of well-being than having strong family connections. And I guess when you think about it, it makes sense. Family members, unless you're a very close-knit family and your friends and family, they tend to get caught up in their own lives and they kind of move away. Whereas most friendships, you're there constantly, you're relying on one another. I know that's true with me, although I do talk to my brother, one of my brothers and sisters, on a fairly regular basis. I'm not as close to them as I am to some of my friends. And I have more in common, obviously, with my friends who I talk to on a regular basis. Friends who become your family tend to provide you with a healthier family environment than the one in which you were raised. Or I guess a better way of putting it is the closeness that you have or the relationship that you have with friends allows you the ability to rely on them when your biological family, maybe they're not nearby, or like I said, you're not as close to. I think the importance of a chosen family is reflected in the kinds of policies that, not policies, what's the word I'm looking for? I wrote my notes and I'm looking through my notes and I don't know what I was trying to say at the time when I wrote this. But the importance of chosen family, I guess, is it tends to be, it's your new adult family, I guess. Your middle-aged, your senior life, your support system. And that means a great deal. I know it does to me. I think society has also started to recognize, maybe they don't call it family like I do, but I think they recognize the importance of friendships who become family. There was, in New York City last year, they began allowing workers to use paid time off to care for anyone they personally define as family. I think that's awesome. And this is whether they're related by blood or marriage or affinity, like friends, like my your besties, I guess you want to call it. So with New York doing that, or sorry, New York City doing that, they joined. New York added, what am I trying to say here? New York joined other metropolis areas doing that, who have already started to do that, which is Chicago, San Francisco, and St. Paul. If you don't know where St. Paul is, that's in Minnesota. And as well as there's states like Arizona and Rhode Island, where they are honoring non-biological kinship. I mean, how cool is that? I have not tons. I have a decent size a group of friends that are online. I have met most of them in person, but I get more excited to see them and connect with them than I do with most family members. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. In fact, this weekend, I'm getting ready to go to Florida, where a bunch of us are meeting up for a half marathon. And we get to see one another. And as we say, the shenanigans will begin. And I am looking forward to this. I don't get excited about a lot, but I am looking forward to this because these are my people. And that is the thing about family, or the definition of it. It's your people. And it's important to have a person, to have that connection. Whether they live close or they live far away, it does not matter. But you need that group, that family, that that you're close to, that you can rely on, that they can rely on you. Someone who you can call in the middle of the night and just, you're having a bad night and they're there for you. You don't realize a lot of times how important it is until something crazy happens, or health scare, or death in the family, until you have to rely on those individuals to help you get through things, to help you get out of a funk, whatever the case may be. It's mind-blowing sometimes when I think about it, that if I didn't have the friends that I have, would I be the person that I am today? What kind of person would I be without those relationships? It's scary. I don't even want to think about that. But I think as you get older, it's harder to make those connections. And when you do, you tend to appreciate them a whole hell of a lot more, which I do. At least I find myself appreciating them more. So let me know some feedback about your experiences with family, with friends that maybe you grew up with, or even as you're older, and maybe your family realizes that they are your family, that the friends are your family now as well. You have a lot of instances where when you grow up in a neighborhood and the parents of your friends have told you that you're the other child, in jest, but with love, because they mean it as well. You're part of the family. And I've had that as well. One of my best friends I grew up with, her mom was my second mom, is my mom. And, she's family, and there's no blood relation. We're not related by marriage. It's just she's my sister from another mister. I have another friend who I met through her husband in the military, and he's my brother from another mother, and she's my sister from another mister. And it's amazing how you connect with all these people and they become so close to you and such an integral part of your life that you really can't imagine life without knowing them, and they make your life better. You want to deal with these people. You want to, interact with them because, again, they add to your life. They make your life better. So let me know if you can in comments, reach out to me via email, whatever the case may be, and let me know your stories about friends who have become family or people you've met that you just connected with, not disconnected with, and they've made a positive effect on your life. And again, you can't imagine your life without them either. So family can mean anything, to end this little rant, and there's nothing that says that your neighbors, your friends, your people that you just really connect with cannot be your family. So that is my episode for number 7 about family or family. And I know it was a lot of rambling tonight, but I haven't done one in a while. So I wanted to make sure I came on and at least posted an episode for 2023 because I'm so behind. And I will talk to you next time. And I'm hoping either next time or the time after, or the 1 or 2 episodes after this, that I will be doing actually an interview with somebody on another topic that will be interesting to you. So stay tuned for that, and I look forward to the next episode as well. Hopefully you are too, and I don't know when it's going to be. So I will talk to you when I talk to you. Until then, be kind to one another and do your part in doing good for other people.